people. Another time in paradise. Paradise is sweet and you have to be there all the times in order for people to know what is going on or what is needed to be done. I want somebody to come forward and tell me how are you reacting to the situation in regard to work environment. How is work taking you? Are you self-employed or you are working for somebody? And if you are self-employed, how do you feel? How do you feel? Those who are working for other people, what are the benefits of working for other people? What are the benefits of working for other people? Because now you're not interested with 9 to 5 jobs. You just reach a point and you feel like you want to adjust. And what you're adjusting for, too, it's not yet clear what you want to do. Can somebody come and tell me what actually are you going through? Because personally, I think working for other people is becoming difficult, and the trap is the capping of the wages. How much money you earn, and what do you do with that money? You earn more, but that money doesn't stay in your account. What is your spreadsheet talking about? What is it teaching you? Are you running something about expenditure? Because inflation is rising worldwide and very few people are managing money. Where is your money? Is it in the asset? Is it in liquidity? Is it in liabilities? Is it in the material consumerism? Where, when you look at bank statement or when you look at your spread income, where is it? Why is it not standing? Why is it not balancing? If you know you have survived for almost 6 months without borrowing, then you're consistent in regulating what the consumption and lifestyle. Then you must be a hero. Many people are in debts, and the bubble debt is about to pop. The credit rating is declining. You don't have the sufficient scores. Anywhere you go, you know they decline. Why are you losing instead of going up? Can you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, and give me your view? I want to see. I have 5 people here who are already consistent, and I want them to tell me what is their opinion in terms of lifestyle and the way we are living today. Because right now in America, not only in America, worldwide, things are declining. Hadebe, Sibusiso Hadebe. Where are you, Sibusiso? Hello, Sibusiso. Hello, my friend. I recognize your presence, and I would like you to tell me, what are you going through? How is life taking you, especially in terms of managing assets, managing income, managing money. I just see people declining to take new cars, horseback. Are you from South Africa? Apparently, what will I tell you? I'm a dual citizen. I'm not. Um, right now in America, things are crazy. With the Trump, you know, mentality and his rough administration, you know, it's affecting how things are done worldwide. And wow, horseback from Japan. Wow, Japan. Oh, Nagasaki. I would like to go to Japan one day, my brother. Uh, how is Japan taking you? And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Japan is far east, and very few people knows about Japan. And Japanese, they're very hardworking people. And Japan is a great place. It's a great place. It's a great place. It's a great place. You need to do something about the population of Japan, my brother Holpak, because the population there is declining. People are living sexless life there, and they want people to populate the country, but they're hiding through immigration and all that kind of stuff. Konnichiwa. Oh wow, interesting, interesting. I like that. I like that. Yeah. How do you say hello in Japanese language? Because I came to realize Japanese language is more or less related with some African language. Hi, it means hi. Are you a Japanese naturally, or you are as an expatriate there, or you're visiting Japan? Wow, you have now made me try to change the narrative because I have been trying to think about Japan, and I had a friend from Japan, 2000 2016. She was called Kaoli Adachi. She was a photographer. Yeah, I am. Wow, wow. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm grateful to have a Japanese here on my live stream because uh, if I would like to maintain that friendship, Japanese people are very interesting people because I used to remember in early 90s, my uncle used to go to Japan to work with a telecommunication company, and he used to bring some souvenirs from Japan that looked so funny. And he told us in Japan, people they don't have time for anybody. It's only for themselves, and they used to work very hard. Japanese people they'll make me change my topic of the day because they're very interesting people, very 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 organized and very interesting. And I would like to go to Japan. I would like to go to Japan. I would like to go to Japan, my friend. Yeah, you can invite me. I'll fly. I'll come there. Now, economic bubble is taking place, and people are stuck. People are stuck. They're grinding. They're grinding to offset the debts, and credit rating is dropping significantly. And when it reaches a point whereby now you are attempting to liquidate fixed assets to offset liabilities, my friend, you must be in suckling bamboos that you don't even know how you got into. Global finance market, it works, and it's the same. It's regulated by Hong Kong and London Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange. Those are the most prime stock markets. And whenever there is an economic bubble, it first affects the newcomers because those who have liquidity, they hide their wealth, or they buy gold or the metals quickly, making cash so expensive in circulation. Now, this thing needs people to come together. Uh, I thought Hong Kong was a city in China 2 years ago. Oh, Hong Kong is a British economic and political subsidiary. They just got independence the other day from Britain. So I'll come with that topic there because people in Hong Kong, they even have English as a national language, and they speak. They have British accent, and some of them they have British papers because it was considerably taken by the British to control and regulate the Eastern market in capital gains. So I don't want to go to economics because it's a bit deep, but I have some knowledge concerning that. Now, I wish to have several Japanese friends because they are quite interesting people. If you find a Japanese having your time to listen to you and all a Chinese, then you must be making sense. They don't just do intellections. It's a waste of time. Holspark, I salute you. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Uh, 12 years old, but I know stuff. I'm like 12 years old, but I know stuff. Hey, I thought, yeah, in Japan, life is fast. Africa, life is a bit stagnant. It's not, competitive because it's designed in certain levels of growth. In Japan, exposure and freedom and technology, innovations, and it starts when you're young and then you grow with it. In Africa, you have to go through formal system of uplifting you to make you reach a certain level, then you can be orientated into technology. A child in Japan right now knows what is a semiconductor, knows what's a silicon. You know, they know crystal. They know those things, frequency. They know those things. In Africa, a child to know about frequency must be 12 years, 15 years, 14 and above. They can be able to calculate the frequency of a wave. But in Japan is a norm. So that is quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Water park. Now, back to the topic, economic and finance management. Financial literacy is overwhelming us. Illiteracy is overwhelming us. Because if you're not clever to understand how money functions, yeah, African people, but some are rude. It depends. Yeah, it depends. Some are rude. Not all, some. Uh, if you don't understand how money works, it's very difficult for you to pull out money from liabilities and invest in real estate or in asset financing. This is deep, and we need to interact carefully and organize how to discuss this because even family setup without proper finance, it's becoming difficult to manage. Very difficult. Because you are living a salaried lifestyle, you have the pay slip, then that pay slip, it is full of deductions. And because it has a guarantor, the banking system will use a very well organized salesman to sell the credibility to you and you apply for that credit card. Now, what you don't understand is the compound interest that is hidden behind, multiplied annually. Yeah, that thing, annual interest rate maybe is 2 to 3%, but you don't pay back immediately. It is spread across the grace period of your duration of your credit card. If you borrow 1,000 in advance on credit, you'll pay 1,200. It rises the interest to 1,500. You will not be able to get out of that because you can't live where you work to do extra job to balance the equation of money in order for you to be able to support the liability. Unless this side hustle will rob you your time to rest. And you should be a manager. Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm a software engineer, so I do coding. And recently I was talking about artificial intelligence and the danger of artificial intelligence. Gradually, we are getting there, my Japanese friend Holzbach. Money is becoming disorganized in your hands because you lack fundamental basis. How to regulate its consumption and how to balance consistency flow. I don't know whether you understand those fundamental economic principles. This should be the first lesson to introduce to your children who are graduating and going to the job market because they will make the mistake we made, rushing to borrow credit and then popping, bubbling, overwhelming debt that is building up for years and you will not get out of it. So your child comes in and joins the system and that thing continues to grow. So you find first generation, second generation, third generation servicing perennial debts. You have debts, your mother had debts, my father got debts, my daughter, my son, they all have debts. In case of emergency, you cannot help yourself out. And that is why Indians, they're very smart. Indians are very, very, very smart. They hardly get into debts. And they work together as a family. And they are consistent. So, can we learn from Indians? Because Indians, they don't get into the debts. If there is a business you know you can do and make profit out of Indians as your majority customers, and you're not one of them, show me. You can't beat and compete with Indians. I'm not talking about Arabs. I'm not talking about whites. I'm not talking about any other tribe. I'm talking about Indians. Hey, horseback. But most Indians live in poverty but actually smart. Yes, Indians are very smart. It's because they have bad governance and they have huge population. You're talking about a billion something, you know. When you look at the infrastructure they are having, there's a problem there, you know. Not, but those who are somewhere, you can't beat Indians, no matter who you are. When it comes to smartness in calculation, understanding dynamics of profit and loss, Gandhi Mahatma was a philanthropist, and he and Mother Teresa. Let's not go political. Let's go to the reality. Indians, they are holding the global economy at 20% or 30% in manufacturing because they believe in production. If it is service industry, they believe in sourcing and distribution. Less expenses, high profit. In manufacturing, they are making consistent income because they have the background in running business. They have a backup because their businesses are generational. So the mistake the great grandfather made is not the same mistake his great grandson gonna make. They have transformed with the time. And if you know you can beat Indians in money management, let me know. One thing, do you see Indians shopping anywhere anyhowly? Do you see Indians buying food? You never see them buying food, but they eat. Do you see Indians dishing charity, giving money anyhow? It's very difficult. A young professional Indian is still in contact with the great grandfather if he's still alive. When it comes to money, investment, marriage, family doctrine is properly interpreted amongst the Indian people. That's what makes financial discipline relevant in a family. But black people, if I become successful, there's no way I can go back to my grandfather and tell him he is supposed or he is involved in making me who I am. So I lack generational wisdom because I think I've made it. That's that's the difference. We don't look back from where we came from. We black people. Hold back, sorry. I have to write my homework. I'll come back tomorrow or later. Drop your email. I want to get back to you. I would like to know what you do in Japan because you're a wonderful person. And if you're my follower, subscribe to the channel and let's have a friendship because Japan is one of my key interests. I've been thinking about Japan and I don't know what to do. Thank you so much. You'll come tomorrow at the same time. And I'll also try to reach out to you if you check on your email. If you check on your subscription there, I'll try to write to you. So, uh, I am an small animated with the 24 subs. Oh, don't worry. We'll support you. Oh, animator. Okay. Yeah, I told you, Japanese, they have, it's something to do with electronics, science, something. We'll talk more. And you're a wonderful person. And your name is quite interesting. Horseback. That must be online name, not your real name, because Japanese they have long names or short names. Yeah, and if I would like to, what can I do to marry in Japan or to have Japanese family? Yeah, what can we do? I would like you to tell me the steps to follow to have a Japanese friend, female friends. Yeah, because they're good people. They're good people because they can teach you how to eat seafood and they know how to take care of the family. Japanese, I'm still on you because they are good people. They are good people. I do believe maybe I'll have a delegation of Japanese people coming to visit me one day in the near future. So, topic of money is becoming complicated. Because if you look at the income, no electronics in Japan and watch some animation. Okay, like maybe you know electronics. Yeah, I've done electronics engineering. I did what do you call it? Digital electronics as well. So I'm good with the integrated circuits. I'm good with some conductors. You know, I'm good with algebra and all those things. So my final project in college was how to design a transporter system, calculating the frequency waves and all those things. And then I had another one of analyzing the waves. So I know about those things and microchips. Uh, Money matters is my topic of the day. I'm very relevant to what I really started. And I would like people to come forward and define for me how we gonna learn how to manage money to get where we want to be. That's why we have cooperatives. That's why we have SACCO, small saving medium enterprises. That's why, because the bank, it will just pocket your money. Nikushimi kato. Yeah, I told you. I told you. Yeah, I told you. I want you to be my friend because I'm very much interested with Japan. So much. Japan. Japan. Uh, I wish I know how to navigate and get there. I would like to come and do podcast in Japan. Yeah, from Arizona. Um, Maybe I would like to know. I don't know. I'll check. Nikushimi Kato. I'll check you on Facebook if you're there because here we can talk much. Okay, money comes in, money goes out. And when you ask people where is the money, they tell you they don't know. So financial literacy is vital at early stages of life. Orientation to financial literacy. How are we going to go there? Even the professor of mathematics and economics doesn't even have that concept because even him, he is in trouble. Okay, I don't use Facebook. I make content on YouTube only. Wow, why you don't use Facebook? You know, on Facebook I can get you on Messenger and then I DM you. So what does orientation mean? Orientation is introduction, to be facilitated, to be introduced to be, enlightened, to be encouraged, to be welcomed to something, to introduction, to be, or to be in simplifying English, to be shown the way. Oh, okay. You see, Japanese people knows how to control the morals of their children. Wow, that is good. I did a video about that encounter. Australian government banned children from watching social media fraternity below the age of 16. Now, if you are 12 years old and your mother is giving you instructions not to use Facebook, you must be coming from a very strict family whereby they observe the media protocols and they care because sublimation mentality, the way children are being brainwashed by the social media networks, is so disturbing. And unless you are rooted from a family that knows how to consistently regulate, and you as a child, you understand the authority. My mother, my father said, I should not do this because he is my elder. And you stick to that, not bringing in the issue of human right. It's my basic right, like what my daughter was doing to me. I had to get two computers for him and his brother. They whoop me if I sleep late. Yes, because you need to go to school. You need to sleep on time. And people learn from this. This is interesting. The danger of artificial intelligence, the danger of smartphones, the danger of technology. We're just consuming it, but we don't know the dangers of it. Can you imagine doing 150,000 stroll on your smartphone with your fingers, sliding for 5 years, 10 years? You know, they calculate them. They have what we call invisible metered digital smart sensors. They check how fast you are scrolling, and then they figure out through their AI schematics and trajectory. They try to direct your interest, and then they'll bombard you with what you're looking for, consistently. Yeah, it's exhaustion. It's exhaustion. Okay. So my friend from Japan, you are keeping me company, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll discuss more because I think you're interesting. You're interesting so much. And Japanese people, let me now focus to Japanese people. I wish I can get someone who is older than you, about maybe 30 years, 20 years, 15 years. We can have a group of Japanese people. We talk, serious talk. People we can have dialogue, communication with. I have a lot we can talk. And yeah, not lose hope in streams. Yes, I can't lose hope in stream. I do it as a hobby. Right now, I see I'm doing for my car, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. This is my Mercedes Benz. It's a good car. I love it, and I'm in my yard, so it's actually doing good. And yeah, I can even show you my price. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not badly off, I know. So, and let me get out of the car and try to stand here and do better than that because I want my friends to see what I'm doing. Back to the money equation, we need to organize and calculate money because money means a lot to us. And if you don't have capabilities of understanding money, uh, you will not be able to work with it. Money is something everybody is looking for. And the difficult part of it is to know how to salvage it, to save it, and use it. Yeah, I have a nice yard. Yeah, let me show you a little bit of it. And I even I plant this. You know what it is? I plant some stuff here. So I'll show you some little bit of my place. And I can see. Uh, yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. It's my place. You can see. This is it. This is it. Now you can see my place. I just wanted to show you. I'm not in a. I'm not in a. I'm not in a restricted zone or danger zone. I'm doing it for the sake of my. Yeah, 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 yeah. I showed you. I showed you. No, this is green pepper. Do you eat green pepper? This is green pepper. Yeah, I plant green pepper. Okay. Uh, wow. I see you say, wow, yeah. My friend likes to eat bread and all. It's like a free zone. Oh, free zone. What do you mean by free zone? Nice yard. Yeah, yeah, it is nice. Yeah, and noodles. My friend likes to eat bread and noodles. Bread and noodles is not food. No, that's not good food. If you're talking about going to take the fish from the river fresh and you come, you fry it or you roast it, then you boil potatoes, and then you put a little bit of spice. That's something good. That is something good. Yeah, noodles is something from the factory, and that's not a healthy food. That's not healthy living. Japanese people, they eat a lot. Fried potatoes. Fried potatoes. We call them chips. The easiest. Yeah. Danning Kluger. Wow. Another guy here. Kluger must be in South Africa. I think so. How do you say fried potatoes? Um, hey, that's difficult. You want to know my diatric? Okay, it's in Swahili. Viazi, viazi is potato. You can Google. Viazi karanga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is it. I'm using the most common African diatric, the mother of all the other African languages. Whether you're in Europe or wherever you are, that's what it is. Uh, my camera is adjusting very well because I'm using a GoPro system camera, and I was recently using the P10 Lite smartphone because it still had that capability of balancing the light and reflection. Back to money matters, and I was on this line. Indians, they know how to manage money, and Indians, their credit system is so tight in a way it's regulated from generation to generation. It's very hard to find an Indian man spending money anyhow. Just expecting you to say chips. Thank you for the Swahili. Yeah, yeah, it's chips. Yes, chips. Yeah, chips. Fried potatoes. Yeah, French fries, fried potatoes. Chips. Yeah, yeah. So why don't we learn from Indians? It's not in failure, or we are not showing that we are failing, but we can learn one or two things from Indians because the way they manage money from generation to generation, that's amazing. That's amazing. Backtrack. And they consolidate their wealth from 2 to 300 years legacy. We black people, we fail to do that. We white people, we fail, yeah, like the banking skills, yeah. And also they are very sharp with mathematics and economics. We fail to know what next. We just, if we get income, we just get excited over it, and it overwhelms us to an extent. We end up now, not understanding the concept of why we are even living for. And now that has made me to come online and try to ask people, what can we do? Because it's like we are stuck. It's like we are stuck. Why should you retire in poverty and you worked for entire life, touching money every day? You like my accent? Hey, you're very funny. And Indians, We have to learn something from Indians entirely because they're pulling the capital towards their reserves and they're leaving liabilities to the consumer market. You go to London, they own majority of their properties. And that was not the case 100 years ago. You go to New York, they are owning filling systems, stations, they are owning logistics. They are somewhere. Yes, their culture is very close to Chinese, but Indians is something else. Chinese, they're somehow flexible, somehow, but Indians, it is easy to notice that Chinese investment easily and try to compromise somehow. But Indians is difficult. What do we need to learn from them? Have you ever seen an Indian donor? It's hard. How can we shift? Yeah, it was so deadly in 15th century. London was a poor, filthy. But Indians, they have managed to pull resources together. What is that are they doing that we are not doing? I would like to know what is that they're doing we are not doing. Because if they are doing better than us, no, rupee is just a local currency. It's a local currency. I've not even spoken about Jews. If I speak about Jews, it's something else. For now, it's about Indians. I need more people to come on board and tell me what's going on with Indians investments because it's like they are very much ahead. Is it financial discipline, financial literacy? I need someone to explain to me. That's no excuse. Indians are smart with money, and that thing is bothering me so much. And I want someone to, if you know in finance and asset management, or you're in marketing and strategic relations, come on board. Give us your advice because we have to have a concept. They are beating us 1-0, 10-0. Literacy is to to have skills, to you know awareness, uh, knowledgeable. That is it. Like me, where I'm somehow confused. Depths people are into. If you listen to their stories, you just wonder why are they working. Can you retire waiting for insurance pension to pay so that you can live and maintain the lifestyle? That's not living. It is something else. It's something else. How can we copy Indians and Chinese in money matters? America is busy spreading money and giving money. Have you ever seen an Indian nation spreading money, flashing money? We own the world. No, you get broke and you'll not be able to maintain or sustain your lifestyle. it's not worth it. It's struggling until you get insurance. Insurance, you cannot get insurance if you don't have credible income and formal employment. It's difficult because they look at consistency. So you must be in a certain level of life for those credentials to fall in your docket. There are many things associated with what I'm trying to talk about here. I've been blogging for almost 1 hour, and if you if you can have 2 to 3, 4 people today out of this blog and sit down with them and discuss financial matter and financial literacy, you'll be shocked. Very few people understand money, because money in some economies it is flowing like a drop of water. In some other economies, flowing like a flood. Economic management, whatever, EMS. EMS is taught in South Africa as a subject. So I don't understand what do you mean. Are you in South Africa or what? If you can beat Indians, no, 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 no. If you teach Indians how to work, how to do marketing, how to do business, you must be genius. Indians, they know everything. And if you know you're going to live in an Indian community, the only thing you can sell to Indians, there are 2 things. One, sweets, because they like sweets. 2, cigarettes. Nothing else. Anything else from food, they'll tell you we know where to get it. But if you go to any other community, whites, blacks, they buy everything. And who is selling to them? It's anybody. And they're buying. Management science. I learned it on an advertisement. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you can. Let's hurry up and try to organize a forum concerning money and how to copy the Indians, because they have really beaten us. They have taken over. They're everywhere and they're silent. They're quiet. They're quiet. They don't show off, but they run everything. And they have the hierarchy in administration. And amongst them, there's a business guru, the chief advisor. That is wisdom, natural. It's getting dark. Uh, I just wanted to do that for 1 year, 1 hour. Yeah, because let me go to the house. I'm going to the house now because I want to sit somewhere. To beat Indians in business, you have to be a genius. It's not something you can just wake up and say you beat them in business, because one thing, they don't spend money. And Indians, they listen to their grandparents. They pass that wisdom from one generation to the other. It's very hard. They are not extravagant, they don't waste. They plan. But we are failing to plan. You have business connections. They're not lucrative, they're not giving you money, they're not doing anything to you. So, like me here, I would like to I'd like to hear what you have to say concerning the Indians' business skills, because they have beaten us. Even a very small child, an Indian child, will tell you things are done this way. We skip to the saving only without learning. Yes, we skip to the savings honor without learning. Thank you so much, Horseback from Japan. I would like to go to Japan one day. Like I would like to go to Japan. Japan is very interesting and it's a very wealthy country. It's a G8. It's amongst the G8. What I want to say is uh, you need to be accountable. Yeah, they shake their hand. We have Indians, and we have the 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 color singers, the one who are having that black turbines, Punjabs. Those are they're into construction mostly in Africa. They have taken over, and also in London and Canada. Yes, whole pack. Yeah. How is Tokyo? I don't know. Do you have Indians in Japan? And
Yeah, going for a walk. Then you come and give me.
this is interesting.
Not less
I think I'll
walk,
do
then you
another
come and give me.
podcast. I'll invite an Indian and I'll ask him, can he be able,
They stand up.
what do they do there in Japan? What's the area of specialization? What do they do? If you have the Indians in Japan, what do they do? I would like to know what they do there. It's very rare to find an outsider engaging with Indians in their business secrets. It's very hard.
Bring my gown.
Yeah, they just work for money, but they don't work for people. They must be exporting, importing, or manufacturing, or developing. They specialize with those areas. They prefer to buy properties. They like manufacturing. They like doing the car businesses. A little bit of them, okay. Let me see. Do you know the subject EMS? Yeah, I do. Economic Management Science. Oh, okay. Today I'm hitting the jackpot because I saw YouTube is taking away my hours, and I don't know why they're taking my hours. Where's the charger? Where's the charger here? I'd like to know. See something. What's the pH level of your water you're drinking? In Japan, what's the pH? Is water clean there? Oh, you live in Kyoto. Okay. Oh, how far is Kyoto to Hiroshima to Tokyo? What's the time? January. And selling food. Selling food? Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. What kind of food are you selling there? Seafood? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Are you selling food? What kind of food? Dunning-Kruger. How do you say fried potatoes? Okay, okay. Hello,
She can carry two.
Sibusiso. Sibusiso. Hadebe. Oh, wonderful. This is, this is interesting. And selling food.
How many you want? Another two.
We're gonna do a podcast,
Mama, take one. Mama,
and it will be all about money, because that's where we are having a deficit of understanding the concept of money. And Indians, they have beaten us.
6, 7.
4.
What are the regulations in Japan if you want to open a small medium enterprise, like a small business as a foreigner? Because Japanese yen is strong. Strong. It's strong. It's strong.
Zimeisha. Kuna mahali kuna ingine.
Why don't you put them in the plastic, Lucas, then?
You failed to carry them, so why are you disturbing us? Let's go. I told you to zipeleke a long time ago.
There's more than meat there. And me, I brought what I was supposed to. My time. This money topic is deep. And subscribe and like the video, like the video, like the video, subscribe to the video. Money is very, very, very crucial. How much are those bottles each? Money. Horseback. I'm back. You see, I'm dealing with computers. I have computers here. All these are computers. And this is my house. This is mouse. This is my house. Okay. You must be a good friend. And the reason why I'm saying you must be a good friend is because you are keeping me company. And the company you're giving me, I really appreciate it. I'm here because you are there, and I will not leave until we agree on something. We have to support one another. Yeah, we have to support one another if we have to attend the future problems together. Okay. Oh, okay. I know. I'm not. I know. I mean Indians, not me. What do you? What is? How do you? What's the behavior of people in Japan when it comes to spending money? How do people interact with money? Do they know how to invest or they just spend? Whole pack. Explain to me. Define for me. How do people behave towards money? That is something I want to know from you. I'm changing position because my house is a bit dark. How do people react to money? How do people handle money in Japan? Do they work for institutions or they do their own businesses? How do people respond to money? I'm trying to balance myself here. So, how do people they own businesses? So 70% of the economy okay. Okay. I'm looking for those who are willing to push this podcast to the next level, whereby we might reach 1 hour 30 minutes. And when we clock 1 hour 30 minutes, we will have something to celebrate. I decided to do live streams because people are appreciating live streams, and yeah, their own business. So 70% of the population, they own their own, they're entrepreneurs or they're job seekers, like the way it is. I give good information. Okay. If I give good information, I really appreciate that. I want to have at least 5 Japanese friends. I shifted my interest. The topic is about money and management and financial literacy. But I found this Japanese friend, and it's something I've been trying to look for. But he is young. Are you a boy or a girl? By the way, my friend, he's quite young. And is hanging online. Oh, that's good. Is hanging online, and he told me he doesn't have a Facebook because the parents, they control. In Africa, children are having access to Facebook. Can you imagine? And it's not filtered. So they're doing all sorts of things there.
They're doing all sort of things there. Even Telegram. How can you have a Telegram and you're 12 years old, 10 years old? Yeah, mostly South Africa, because in South Africa, the resources are everywhere and too much freedom. People can afford smartphones. Nelly, you join me. It's never too late. Niko poa. I'm having a very great conversation here. And this conversation, Nelly, is about why we fail in financial management. We work, but we don't earn money. We don't save. Is it the bank that takes our money? Is it economic pressure? Or where does the money go? And then all of a sudden, I found this Japanese friend of mine here called Holzbach, who is interesting small boy. And now we are interacting, and then I finalized this topic by saying Indians, they manage money better than any other person on this planet. Indians no, there's no need of telling her. It's fine. No, it's fine. And the reason why I'm saying it's fine, me I have a lot of people that comes online. Sometimes I might do a podcast and then within no time that podcast becomes something else. So don't worry about those who are watching or not. Indians are smart. Indians, they don't do businesses that are operating on a loss. So for accounting, they are number one. And if you can beat them, let me know. For a very long time, 15 years. Five years in UK, 10 years in United States, and 3 years of work related in South Africa, then Kenya, and here I am doing podcast. Oh, Holzbach, what does sasa uno aje mean? It's a Swahili diatric. It means how are you doing right now? How are you doing? Sasa uko aje? How are you doing? Those questions I will not answer you here. I do. Nakujanga nyumbani. I'm from Mount Kenya. So I come. We fail in many ways and then we recover. But when it comes to money, we are losing it. But Indians, they're gaining. Chinese, they are following Indians. Where do we miss the equation? Nelly, what do you have to say? Where are you, Nelly? You're also cool. You're also cool. I told you, Japanese people, I love them so much. It's only that I never had friends. And you, it's like I'll give you my personal number. But you're too young to communicate with me. I need to have friendship with Japanese people. Maybe those who are in 40s, 30s, somewhere there. But you, I keep you as my personal friend. But I have those elderly people. I know Japanese people They are not very social, but if they are interested in you, you will have friends. Me, I'm very consistent with my topic. Money is the topic of the day. Financial literacy is the subtopic. And I tag Indians as the best performer when it comes to money management. Me, I'm not here to tell you sweet things like flirting and laughing and, you know, kissing and all those things. No, I'm here to enlighten one another. We try to know what to do because we are lacking behind. We are in debt bubbles, and it's about to pop. It's about to pop because we are having debts we cannot manage. Yeah, I know Mount Kilimanjaro. I know Serengeti. I know Masai Mara. I know Okavango Desert. In Okavango Desert is in Botswana. I know Kalahari Desert. You know, not knowing by geography, by visiting there, going there, camping there, driving in the desert, those 4x4. I know Kilimanjaro. I'm not a hiker, but I'm familiar with Serengeti. So, money is very essential, but we are unable to understand how to hold on it in liquidity and cling on fixed assets that are generational, and instead we are stuck with what we are calling liabilities. Money in, money out. What it is consuming is money that is consistent in flow and consistent in outward flow. But for the Indians, it's consistent inward and very, very hard for it to come out. Money that is in the hands of the Indians doesn't just go. So what is that skill they have? We don't have. There are mosquitoes in my house. I need to get. Let's try and see if I'll get. I'm looking for mosquito spray. I don't know where it is. The mosquito. I have some mosquito repellents. I'm scratching myself so much. I don't know where it is. I'll check it. Oh, yeah, I saw it. So, my kitchen is very dirty. It's not in order, so having some mosquitoes here. They're biting me and I'm scratching myself so much. So, do you know? Okay, and give financial assistance to the people who don't know. I'm not into finance and asset management. No, I'm just an ordinary person. It's only that in my module of studies, I did some business and commerce. And if you're a genius, liability, liability, is something that is consuming. It's an expense in asset or in liquidity that is taking a lot from you, and it can be there in order for your infrastructure or the business to run, and in some other words, it can be repaying of the bad debts. It's keeping on decaying liability, it's consuming the profit made, lowering your profit margin. And Indians, they don't have liabilities. If they have liabilities, it's their tradition, and Indians are very engaged. We Africans, we are very jealous. We fight ourselves, so it's hard for us to grow, but we are rich in resources. They also have factories. Yeah, I said Indians in their tradition, if you are a prominent Indian successful person, you don't neglect your great grandfather. You always stay with him very close, and you always engage with him to manage what you have. So the wisdom he has, he passes it to you, and you pass it to your son. So there's a chain of connectivity, interaction in terms of asset management and how to navigate competitive business market. And Indians, they respect each other according to the hierarchy. The elderly are respected by the young ones who are taking over, and they live as community. But we Africans, according to Nelly, we are jealous, we fight ourselves, and it is hard to grow. That's true. We have resources. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Indians, their area of interest is manufacturing, factories, and they are into real estate and logistics. They are very smart. Yeah, they grew generation after generation. Yes. If I have a pharmacy, I'll make sure my son will go and do pharmacy as a course or chemistry. After he graduates, he will come to my business and take over. That's how Indians works. So you'll see a pharmacy is in the hands of Indian for 200 years. You wonder, how are they getting there? And they're making profit after profit after profit. Holbach, skill of banking and financing skills. Yeah, that's what we lack. But even if Africans are failing, I don't expect Japanese. Sometimes your English is not consistent. I'm lacking to get what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out are profit beasts. Who? If you say Indians, they don't do businesses without profit. No, they're not there to get money somewhere and put, and then the whole thing starts sinking with the hope that things will get better. They don't do that. Indians don't do that. They do generational businesses. So if you see an Indian in a business, it's a business that has been there. They don't chance. They have full knowledge, full information, full blockchain of network of customers. Okay, all right. And today's topic is very interesting because if you miss today, I don't think you'll have another topic because I rarely go on live stream. I rarely go. You see, computers are waiting for me. I have like 4 computers here we need to work on. I'm writing a software here for somebody, a big company. So I have to play my part. Make sure you interact with Indians, which is very hard. If you can befriend Indians, trust me, you'll do business. You have skills to know how they do business. Have you ever noticed that if you go to an Indian person who is doing a merchandising or who is a shopkeeper, and you're the first person to get into his shop very early in the morning, if you point something and you say, I want this thing for $100. And that thing, the price tag is $250. If you're the first person to enter that shop since he opened, and you tell him you have $50, do you know he will not let you walk out of the shop without giving you that product that is worth $250? Because you're the first customer. They believe in first customer. They believe in first customer. First customer to Indians is the win-win. First customer is the win-win for them. Neri and Holpak. Yeah, it's good introduction because Neri, I think, Neri, are you in Kenya? And Holpak, I think he is in Japan. Wow, that's interesting. Most of the people who are coming late, because people are coming and going, we are talking about how Indians manages their wealth and why they are ahead of any other race on this planet, and why it's very difficult for us to copy what they do, because they will not allow you to get into their system and know how they function. Why? Because they work with territories, they work with clans, they work with their systems. Can we be able to copy what they do and we apply it in our lives in order for us also to be able to do business and create wealth? Because Indians are very wealthy and they are very quiet. Indians, they don't fail. Indians, they are doing well in Kenya and Uganda because of the value, the customer. They give first quality service. Yes, that's what they do. Indians, they look at quality. Even another area I want you to look at is Indians are, they produce the best economists, best computer scientists, best of the best doctors. They are Indians. The best doctors, they are Indians. If you know what I mean. An Indian doctor will not treat you or prescribe to you twice, especially those elderly, those old, those one, senior doctors. Indian doctors are very smart. They will diagnose you, do the lab test, talk to you politely, write down for you the prescription you need, very cheap, and you never go back there for the same diagnosis or for the same prescription. You are healed. They are very, very smart. And if you see referrals done by Indian doctors, it must be something very complicated or something very costly. These mild ailments, they know how to manage community diseases. The best physicians are Indians. The cardiologists, they are Indians. You never have an Indian doctor who is careless. They are not careless. And if you see an Indian doctor, he has a private clinic and his son is a pharmacist. And the wife is at home, their mother, with their grandchildren. And the great-grandfather is a guru of the wisdom in that hierarchy to guide them. So who are you to get a small job there, then you go for credit. You get a job today, you run to the bank to apply for a loan to buy a Golf 7 VW car on credit with compound interest you don't know how you'll pay back. Indians, they buy everything they want cash. They don't live above their means. An Indian will not open an account to buy clothes. He will wait until he get the cash. He buy what he want cash because he don't want credit that he will not be able to pay back. You understand? You must emulate Indians because Indians, they are very smart. Even if you go to a bank and you find an Indian as a cashier, he will not make a mistake in calculation. He will give you the correct money and correct change. Perfect. In manufacturing, they are very smart. They are very smart. Very smart in manufacturing. To go and look for raw materials and do production, then have an outlet where they can do business. Indians are very smart. Just try to look for one Indian guy, you become a friend. You see? Customer relations, they know it. Quality, time management, they know it. Where they fail is when it comes to negotiation to the salaries of their workers. They don't pay well, and you work for Indians, you work for so many years. It's very hard for you to work for Indians and leave and go. If they open a shop with you, it's most likely you'll get your retirement. Just go and do your research. If an Indian build an apartment, and then you are the first person to become the caretaker in that apartment, you retire there. You will retire there, whether you like it or not. How they do it, I don't understand. Yeah, Holpark and Neri, you are engaging in conversation there. Why don't you exchange numbers or emails? You take it from there. That's why I don't want to interact, because what I'm doing, me with the way I do my podcasts, I overlook what people are writing there, unless it's something very I can interfere, because if I start now engaging with what you're talking about there, I'll lose the focus. And what I'm saying is spiritual. You never have somebody who will come online and teach you what I'm teaching you, because some of the things I'm teaching you is something you never hear, or you did not even know it exists. I'm very sure some of you didn't know what I'm saying. It existed before. It's a research. So, if you copy the habits of Indians, okay, thank you, Holpark. No, you can communicate. Neri, sina shida. Me, I'm focused on the battery is 15%. Okay, you can charge. Also, me, I'm charging right now. Try to emulate Indians. Make friendship with them. You never lose. They're there and we don't learn from them. They are there, we don't engage them. They are there, we don't interact with them. So who are you? You just go, you buy what they're selling to you. You never bother to ask them anything about the product. You just pay and go. For years, you always go to that shop and walk out. You never ask them how they managed to get there. And there outside, he's driving a German machine or high, Japanese, those big cars like Nissan Pulsar, is it Pulsar? Nissan Patrol 4x4 latest, or Land Cruiser. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. And I will keep on talking until it gets into your hand. Indians are smart, and you cannot beat them. In business, in whichever dimension, in whichever aspect, in financial literacy. Yes, Nelly, that's good. Nelly, uko pande gani Kenya? Where are you in Kenya? Holpark, are you still there or you're gone? You said your battery is 15%. If you go to my playlist on my channel, you will learn a lot. Sometimes I do things, I go there, I do things deliberately. You just go and pick any video there, listen, and if you find it interesting, comment so I can know who was there. The reason why I'm wearing this is because it's winter. We are in winter here. Try as much as possible to associate with Indians. Nelly, uko wapi Kenya? Where are you in Kenya? I don't like doing long podcasts like these ones. But the way things are going, I think I can continue. I've been on for almost 1 hour. 1 hour is a long time doing podcast. If you don't have something that is making sense, you won't make it. There's some people who are looking for materials to build themselves logically. Others are looking for fun. Others are not interested at all. They're looking for entertainment. So, consistency, looking for solutions to the problems we are facing, you can only get it by paying attention. Like this topic we are having here is a very serious topic. Indians have taken over. You are lacking behind. No matter how well educated you are, no matter how well connected you have in the financial system, you still don't have anything to show. Where are the debts piling up? Indians, they don't have debts. They don't have liabilities. Their business is profit, and building empire. Why? Why? Do you ask yourself that question? And that is why I'm telling you, connect with them, run how they do business, and thereafter, we'll take it from there. Those who knows what they are looking for, there will be persistence. Those who don't know what they are looking for, it's at night. What activity can you do at night? Nothing. So engage and communicate with the people because you never know about the future. Whole pack, I didn't know I can be able to do something in Japan. Oh, Western, Bungoma, Umlembe. Oh, Umlembe.
Give me Caesar.
Oh, Nelly. Okay, that's a good name. What are you doing in Bungoma? Because I see you and whole pack now you're communicating. One is in Tokyo, no Kyoto, the other one is in Bungoma. Oh, wonderful. Nobody should learn out of
What is it?
what you,
do? Because this is like
yeah,
something.
yeah, you can watch on the TV, it's fine.
Just open the door, we enter here. What did you do?
Learn to do business like Indians.
Razor. I said Caesar, razor. And you
Try as much as possible to understand how they do business. Because you are not getting there. They are far much ahead in profit, far much ahead in management. One day, one time, this podcast I'm doing,
Then when my back is paining, you want to be carried.
you know, Neri, that question you're asking here is the same question whole pack ask. Some are very poor, yes. But most of those who are poor, one thing, we're talking about a population of 1 point something billion people. 1 point something billion people. You just go to Africa and see the Indians who are there. Most of them, they are wealthy. Those ones you're talking about working with them in Gulf, yeah, but they work. Even if you look at how they carry themselves in Gulf, they are not expensive to live with. They look for a room, they stay as a group, and then they save the money. Because they know living together as a community, you save the money. Then that money they put in their whatever Indian system back home to generate more money. So by the time that person is going home, he was not working to foot bills while he was working in Gulf. He was working to create and raise capital. And that capital is not idle capital, whereby you have time to look for money for a year, then you have another year to invest that money. No, Indians, the moment they start making money, they put it into production immediately. So you have 2 years to think what you're going to do with the money you are raising, because there's a 1 year for you to look for the money, putting it in the bank. And then you have another year to think what to do with that money. Indians, they don't have that time. Immediately an Indian starts making money, he knows what to do next with the next project. So you lag behind with 1 year of saving the money and another year knowing what to do with the money. Indian is one step ahead, because the moment he started making money, he put it into profit. He put it into other businesses very fast. So where he will be in 2 years' time, not where you will be, because you are behind with 1 year or 2 years trying to save money. Those are two different people. Those are two different people. This podcast is now going to 2 hours, and I think I have I've gotten another interesting character here. What did you do in Gulf, Neri? What were you doing in Gulf? You were in Qatar. What were you doing in Qatar?
What's your code? Can you sit and drink it first?
What were you doing in Qatar? Nelly, write to me what you're doing in Qatar. Nelly, what were you doing in Qatar? Text to me. I would like to know what is happening in Qatar. And that is why I want to have what you call this software for StreamYard, whereby I can invite you, you come on board, we engage face to face and discuss something. I ask you questions, you answer me. You ask me, I answer you. I think that way you can have 3 or 4 people on board and you'll be able to engage and discuss something. Qatar is very hot, and temperatures there, they go even to 50, 40, 50. How do you get there to 40, 50? Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Did you find Qatar good for you? Why did you come back home to Kenya? Qatar was good. Qatar was good. Qatar was good. I wanted to see if I can go there and work. Oh, record manager by profession. Oh, but now we are in computer automations, so we need to change.
Something is not nice. It's not nice.
What do you mean by saying I touch my screen? Make me understand why I should touch my screen. Yeah, record management is good, but the times we are in, so many jobs are diminishing. They are going away because computers are taking over. Another 10 years, you'll be having robots, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, remote management. Those are the things that are coming up.
They love this game.
I went to your channel and what I saw there, it's like you're shy. You need to have camera handler, someone who will handle the camera as you do the cooking stuff. I saw you like cooking stuff there, and I liked your channel. Don't give up. Be consistent in production. That is your office. You need to put more effort. There's a time I don't sleep. I do podcasts. If you see how many videos I have, more than 1,000 something. That's not something to joke with. It's work I've done. Something I know. If you go there, you choose one video, you listen to what I'm saying. It's a continuation of what I'm talking about here. Oh my God. What life has to offer. And where we have to fight so hard to balance. Because if we don't balance, it will be difficult to navigate this world. You see what Chinese did after the Second World War? They started copying American technologies, Japanese technologies, so that they can achieve much so fast without struggle. So, what took Americans 400 years to develop, it took Chinese less than 60 years to be where they are today. Copy and paste. So we need to copy Indians, because Indians are serious people. Chinese are rough and very aggressive, but Indians, they are calm, focused. So you need to copy and paste what they do, learn it, apply it in your business or in what you do. And your life will get better. Oh, okay. You completed and there was no job, so you decided to go and work in Gulf. Okay. So what are you doing back home now? You're right now back home in Bungoma. What are you doing there? I need 5 people. You have a certificate in IT. Which certificate? And don't tell me computer application packages. Which certificate in IT? Don't tell me. Don't tell me about computer packages, Microsoft Word, Access, and Excel. No. Which specific speciality? A plus certification, N plus software development. Where? Graphic and design, web designing. Which one? That's Mediterranean climate. And when Mediterranean climate, when it is summer there, Southern Hemisphere is winter. And when Southern Hemisphere is winter, Europe is summer. So it's vice versa. I want to wind up. It was great having you guys. We had great conversation. Now I want to wind up this podcast. I need 5 friends from you. I need 5 friends from Neri to subscribe to this channel before morning. And whole pack. I need 5 to 10 friends from Japan, so that I can wind up. Have a good day, guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. I was trying to recover the time I'm losing because YouTube is taking away some hours from me. I don't know why. Every day they are taking 3 hours, 20 hours, 5 hours. So I was standing at 1,500 hours. Now I went to my every day I'm losing hours. I don't know why. So the only way I can recover those hours is trying to do live stream and podcast that are long. But you need materials. You cannot keep people engaged here and you're boring. You know, you have to give them relevance why they should listen to you. And I think I'm done. So far so good. Thank you for the channel, and will not give up. Will not give up. We'll continue educating one another, because that's the only way we'll run how things work. That's the only way we'll understand where our mistakes are coming from. That's the only way we'll have a shortcut to implementation of the skills like the Chinese did against Americans. Now Americans, they don't know what to do because Chinese, they copied everything after Second World War. Less than 6 years, they are second superpower. Can we do that? We copy what Indians do in our lives so we can go where they want us to. Anyway, guys, sorry, I want to go. Have a good day. Good night, everyone. Good night.